What's up, Reno Bros? Welcome to your week 6 video. We had a little 1 week hiatus, but we are back for week 6, and I am joined by Connor. Connor, what's going on?
Hey guys, not much, man. Just enjoying the football season. Honestly, enjoying the baseball season at the moment. Put some money down on the Padres Dodgers game, and it's been a wild ride. Thought I had it at the beginning, and then they came back. It's
Yeah,
coasting
holy moly, who'd
now.
you bet?
I bet San Diego.
Okay, I think we're all pulling for San Diego. So
Yeah,
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 a lot of scoring in those first few innings, and then it's calmed down a little. So let's
exactly.
see.
Crazy.
Cool. All right. So, Connor, I have to ask, like, I believe it, my records indicate you're a Falcons fan, correct?
Correct. I have been a Falcons fan my whole life, but my fiance is kind of making me a 49ers fan. It's not just because it's a kind of a better life, but also just because they're close and it's fun.
So
So
you're
definitely a
you're a
Falcons
contact
fan.
Niner fan.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So walk me through your emotions in this offseason with like, were you stoked with Kirk Cousins, happy, and then Penix drafted, and then kind of like walk me through your emotions.
Uh, the emotions were pretty much the same the whole time, and it was what the fuck are they doing? Like
Even when they signed Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins, I was like, all right, like he has the ability to probably get us to the playoffs. He hasn't won shit. I don't know if it's worth how much money we're paying him. And then you draft an old, beat up QB, and I'm just like, what are we doing here? Like, I know we didn't need more weapons, but get an offensive lineman, get someone good. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll work out in the end, and I'll be pretty happy about it. But at the moment, I mean, they're balling right now, but
Yeah. It was a slow start, kind of not super surprising, but yeah,
yeah,
definitely that Tampa Bay game, man. That's one of the best Thursday night games I can remember in a long time.
yeah, they usually are great. So the Thursday night game being fun too is nice.
Yes, yes, for sure. All right. Well, let's get into the league a little bit. I do want to go back and recap our week 4, where Tommy and I went head to head in the Pick'em game. We ended up, if my records are correct, we ended up tying that week. So I had Tommy as a lock who hit. Junior did not upset Tanner. Or excuse me, Steven did not upset Tanner. Junior gets the win over me. So that hit. And then Tommy locked Ari, which hit. He also took Jesse over Peter, which hit. And then his upset of vote over him, over you, I think, did not hit. So anyway, we ended up tying for the week. So I maintained my lead, and we'll see if the guest in week 7 can make up some ground.
Kind of wish
But go
this
ahead.
week. I was kind of wish I was picking upsets and whatnot this week. This next time.
Yes. Yeah. No, I picked you. I wanted you to do this week because I don't think I've ever had you on for a Chubb ranking, have I?
I don't know. I can't. I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't know that I have. So I was kind of going back at some of the older videos and I was like, okay, who haven't I gotten to do a Chubb ranking? So I've been trying to get some of the teams that I've never done Chubb rankings with
Yeah.
to kind of see how that goes. So let's do that. Let's just get right into it. I kind of like the letting the guest go first. That I'm enjoying that. So Connor, I'm gonna look to you for your first full Chubb team.
All right. Let me see here. I'm pulling up who I thought so I can talk about the players and shit.
Yep, smart, smart.
It's got to be at this point Junior. Like
Yeah, I like it.
he's killing it. It's unfortunate. Like I feel like I've been trying to trade with him and he won't let go of any of his good players, and I don't blame him. But fuck, he's balling right now. I mean, Derrick Henry, I honestly thought he'd do well, but not this fucking well. And then he's kind of weak in the wide receiver core, but he's got some injuries that might help. I did pull a vote on him and traded him Watson for Eckler, and then Watson got hurt, so that was nice. That was a good one. I'm proud of myself on that. But yeah, I think Junior definitely number one.
Yeah, I like that pick. I had him at a half Chubb team just for now. Like you said, the wide receivers are a little weak, but he's going to get Cooper Kupp back. Debo Samuel could be seeing some more usage, one would think. So yeah, no, and then obviously he's got Saquon Barkley, who's coming off a bye here. So no, I really like Junior. Like I said, I have him at a half Chubb just because of the wide receiver core, but
Yeah.
absolutely was rock solid team. So I like that pick.
If you have
I'm gonna go.
strong running backs, it just feels like you're set to, like the running backs are what you need right now, and he's got two studs.
Yep,
I mean,
yep, agreed.
was not too bad either.
And yeah, obviously, kind of keeping in theme there. My team is going to be that I'm going to talk about is Ari.
Okay.
Definitely, the guys that went running back heavy are having success here. That's partially due to our scoring format, but it's also just kind of the way the year has played out. That teams that picked the right running backs and went a little running back heavily, in any scoring format, are probably doing comparatively well. And so, yeah, Ari's running backs are killing it. I mean, I don't think he started two quarterbacks once this year, and he's absolutely throttling us in points for. Now, the only thing that maybe makes you worry a little bit is like if you're totally reliant on running back, that is a position that does get injured. So, there's maybe that worry, but Lamar Jackson's absolutely crushing it. And so I don't see a whole lot of holes with Ari. DK Metcalf, Jamar Chase, that ain't bad at wide receiver either.
No, and I think getting Mason, I can't remember if you drafted him late or if you picked him up off the wire, but
Let's see.
that's been huge with what's going on with
Yeah, that
Christians.
was a $2 waiver bid.
Yeah, awesome.
Unreal. Unreal. Yeah, that's some of the best $2 waiver. So yeah, no, absolutely. Ari is crushing it. All right, let's round out the full Chubb teams. Who do you got?
Let's see here. I had it between you and Jesse. I'm leaning more towards Jesse here.
Yeah, I have Jesse higher. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, I like Kamara still producing. I love CD Lamb. Flex is kind of hurting, but yeah, I mean, I think he's still got a solid team. He's obviously up there in the league and in points. So
Yep. Yep. No, really good team. Pretty weak at tight end, obviously. Jaden Reed has been really good. Obviously, kind of, he's an emerging player, but I think the talent is definitely there. So yeah, CeeDee Lamb, Jaden Reed, that's solid. Good running back core and pretty good quarterback play. He's just super balanced. So yeah, I'm with you. I really like Jesse's team.
yeah, and if Jesse wants to trade for a tight end, I got two studs on my bench. So
There
let
you
me know,
go.
Jesse.
Make it happen. All right. The next team that I've got on my list is going to be Tommy. And Tommy's team has definitely turned it around. I kind of poo-pooed his team a little bit earlier in the year. It's because I kind of was doubting on some of his rookies. But Caleb Williams has showed up to play, and he's been playing good. Now it's not been super consistent, but he's been proven to be, that he can do it. And so that's pretty cool to watch him ball. And then, I love AJ Brown, Drake London, Rico Dowdle has like kind of a breakout game against me. Drake London, we'll see. I think he's going to be kind of up and down, but any given week, I think Tommy's got a pretty good team. So that's why I've got him as my next half chub team.
Yeah, I honestly had myself above Tommy, but Drake London's been producing. If Singletary is fine, that could be big too. But his quarterbacks are studs at this point. So yeah, it's a good pick.
Yeah, Caleb Williams, Jalen Hurts. Yeah, stacking that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue with the half chub. What do you got?
I think I got myself here. I got to be
Like
proud of
it.
the boys of what they've done. CJ Stroud hasn't played amazing, but he's been relatively solid. Robinson's been out of his mind.
Yeah.
My wide receivers are weak as fuck. Jesse, let me know what we can do. And I mean, I don't know. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. Worthy, I thought was going to be a little bit better. From I don't know if Higgins goes out again, I could be fine with east of us, but yeah, George Kittle, as long as this dude still is healthy, like I don't think I've seen his name without a Q or an O next to it the entire season. So it's a terrifying life managing George Kittle at this time. Um, but yeah, Tank Dell, show the fuck up. I thought last year he was the stud, and then Nico Collins really took over. My quarterbacks, Dalton Lawrence are an issue. They're not horrible. They're putting up good numbers. It's kind of really like I have to play matchups. Like I think this match this week is better for Dalton against Atlanta rather than Lawrence against Chicago, whereas vice versa last week.
Yeah, no, and it's a good problem to have, right? To be able to play matchups like that and know, you're splitting hairs between trying to get 21 versus 17. as opposed to like, fuck, who can I get for 10? You know what I mean? So it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, and I know everybody's been hit with injuries, but I pretty much have all the injured Miami Dolphins, so that's been a bummer. But it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. Tua comes back. That definitely helps you. Also, I think Achan also like kind of depends on Tua because their offense does not look good
Yeah,
without a quarterback. So yeah, no,
two,
I like that. I definitely think yeah, you're definitely a top half team. So definitely pretty solid there.
yeah, and if
Um,
Tua comes back, then I'll be able to trade the other quarterbacks, which would be great.
yeah, yeah, there you go. Okay, the next team that I have Kuzi up here. Now Kuzi has been definitely plagued a little bit by what I would kind of call some like underperformance. But I think he's got a pretty solid team, and then I think he's going to get a bit of a boost here now that Drake May has been named the starter of the Patriots. I think the running backs are okay with Rashad Wright and ETN, like not super high caliber, but I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Justin Jefferson, that's pretty solid. He's gotten good play of recent out of Daniel Jones. Not a great NFL quarterback, but a good fantasy quarterback. And again, if we get Tua back, I think Jalen Waddle comes back. So I think Kuzi has a pretty good team. I've got him ranked above me personally, but I think it's kind of close between Kuzi and I.
Yeah, if Tua comes back, his wide receivers are great. His quarterbacks are a little funny, but if Drake May can maybe get some protection from the offensive line, then maybe he puts up 20 points a week. Who knows? But yeah, I like that pick. Going up against him this week too. So to talk a little shit, I mean, I think he's got some bad matchups. Also got some big wide receivers on the bench. So if I was choosing who was going to be who's going to win this week, I put me over Kuzi for sure.
All right, you heard it here first. Connor's getting the dub this week. I like it. Battle of let's see. Oh no, you're 3-2. Yeah, so all right. I thought you guys were both 2-3, but not the case. That's all right. Okay, I think it's back to you, right, for a no chub team.
Yeah, no Chubb team. Vote definitely put in some work last week, so I have him here because he probably would have been a little bit lower if not. Obviously, Daniels is he's killing it.
Yeah,
Everybody love to
smashing.
have him. Yeah, his running backs are weak, as you can tell from the team chat or the group chat where he's blowing up people to try to get someone. But his wide receivers just again with fucking Tua out. Um, Tyreek Hill just isn't worth anything. So he doesn't really have
No,
much.
he's trying to trade him too. Nobody's biting.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Someone's gonna regret not trading for Tyreek Hill. I can almost guarantee it.
yeah, someone who needs is going to and needs to make a deep run needs Tyreek Hill for
Yeah.
sure. Uh,
No.
Anthony Richardson being out, just he just doesn't stay healthy. So he does have
Right.
Joe Flacco, but I don't know. It's tough if he starts Anthony Richardson gets hurt in the game, then you're just fucked.
Right. You're like it's one of those rare cases where like you want the backup to play for everybody. Like Joe Flacco will probably be a better player both for himself and for the rest of that team.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Like maybe let the he Anthony Richardson might be someone who needs to sit behind Joe Flacco for a season, but
yeah, maybe, yeah. Just learn. I mean, Joe Flacco's probably a good quarterback if you want a chucker.
yeah, I mean, the dude still throws the ball so hard. Every time I see him throw the ball now, I'm like, how is he still throwing the ball that hard?
Yeah, yeah. No, dude, he's always had an arm. So
Yeah,
yeah, no, I like the pick there. It's exactly where I had vote was my number one team and no Chubb. So I think we concur there. All right, I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna put myself here. I have myself up at half Chubb, but that's just not the way the cookie crumbles. And I don't really disagree with any of the teams that we put above me. So kind of splitting hairs. I liked my team a lot more when I had Rashee Rice. Now he's out for the season, so that definitely hurt. I think I've got really good wide receiver play, so that's nice. But quarterback play, Kyler Murray has not done what I wanted him to.
yeah,
But I also, it's like he's kind of a weird. I'm not going to trade him away for pennies, so kind of a weird, just sort of hold type of player. Haven't quite gotten the player that I wanted a Bijan either. Um, but like I said, I think I've got a pretty solid running back core. I'm getting decent quarterback play. I think I'm relatively balanced. But yeah, just maybe not don't have the top end of some of those heavy hitters that we talked about earlier.
yeah, yeah. Kyler Murray, he's putting up points. It's just like it's either 30 or 12, so it's
Yeah,
tough on that.
yeah.
Bijan, yeah, he's kind of just doing the same. I really liked Mooney. I tried to trade you for him, and he's definitely taken off. Um, what's Devontae Smith? Was it just a concussion? So
It
he'll
was a
be back.
concussion, and then they were on bye. So he should be back this week.
Yeah. You also are pretty weak at tight end, so let me know.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I will. I will. Maybe when we're done here,
Yeah,
might see
for
if we can
sure.
work something out there.
Yes, sir. But other than that, man, the team's pretty good. I actually had you at half chub as well, just kind of the way that fell through. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Like I said, me and Kuzi kind of splitting hairs, but
yeah.
I did
I
have
like
Kuzi above me.
I had one choice at half chub too, and I had to put myself there.
I love it. I love it. Most people are like, no, I'm not a half chub team. I'm probably reverse chub. I like someone coming in here like, no, fuck you guys. I'm half chub.
I spent too much time on this to not have confidence.
Yes, I love it. All right. Well, speaking, let's round out the no chubs. Who you got?
Let's see. I think I got Tanner. Uh,
Tanner?
yeah, let me just look it up. It was him, I think Peter.
I have them back to back, but I'm not going to tell you which one I had higher.
Yeah, Tommy's, or sorry, Tanner. I'm looking for Tanner's. Where's Tanner's? Tanner. Let's see. Joe Burrow, like no matter if his team's playing shitty or not, he's still putting up numbers. So that's been definitely a good solid quarterback. He's got decent running backs. Somehow Pollard's doing much better than I expected. His wide receivers are weak, kind of weaker, just like the rest of the league for the most part. And he's got on the bench here. He's got some okay. Nakua being hurt, that's a bummer.
Brutal.
He
Travis
does.
Kelce finally has a good game.
Yeah, I think Kelsey's coming into form. Like I've now started to bet on him because I'm thinking, he wasn't in shape coming into the season. And
Oh, you think it was a shape thing? I just don't think they needed him.
yeah, I think it was a shape thing because I mean, you could be right too with not needing him. Rice was crushing it, but I think he's just wasn't in it. He's getting older, so it usually takes him a little bit longer to get going. And he's done this before. Like last year, he started off slow as well. So we'll see.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. I like it. Yeah, I had Tanner and Peter back to back. I did have Peter higher than Tanner.
Yeah,
But again, I think that's one of those where we're splitting hairs. So I'll take Peter next here. There's man, he's just been poor management. Unfortunately, kind of got unlucky with his quarterbacks. I mean, he took forever to trust Sam Darnold to finally start him, and then when he does, it's of course it's Sam Darnold's worst game, and so that's just the plight of fantasy. So Kirk Cousins going off on his bench.
yeah,
Brandon Ayuk had a slow start, so that's definitely brought him down. Looks like he's back. As far as values are concerned, like Jake Ferguson, I would kill to have Jake Ferguson
yeah,
just as a value tight end. So I do like that. Also, Brees Hall, I think, is underperformed. So I think Peter is still a pretty solid team. It's like not like an oh shit team. Maybe like some of these last two that we're going to talk about. So I think he's absolutely going to be competitive week to week, but definitely one of the bottom half teams.
yeah. I think Dak with Ferguson, especially combined, that's been going well. Dak is still putting up numbers even though his team sucks, so he's only going to put up more, I imagine. Um, Other than that, Diggs is doing pretty well. Evans is doing great, except for like one or maybe two games. So yeah, and obviously Kirk Cousins, like him not playing Kirk Cousins last week, saved my ass. So that was great. Big fan of that.
Yeah, no, you got to enjoy that just on all fronts, right? Kirk Cousins balls out, but he doesn't hurt
Yeah,
you.
yeah, exactly. Got to watch the best Thursday night game. He didn't play Kirk Cousins. The only other one I wanted to mention too is just Zaire White. Like I wasn't high on him on the draft board. I don't know where he was taken, but he's kind of proven us all correct. He has been injured, but just
Yeah.
wasn't playing well before that anyway.
Yep. Agreed. All right. Let's give me a one more reverse chub.
Who do we have left here?
We've got Steven and Joe.
Sorry here. I'm just trying to decipher between the two. I think I'm gonna go with Joe. Um, that's Lannister, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh no
going
no
with
no no. Steven is Lannister.
oh sorry, yeah, going with Steven then with at Lannister. Jared Goff doesn't really seem to be the best fantasy quarterback, but he can put up some numbers. Terry McLaurin's been a little bit of upsetting. Uh, Trey McBride has done all right. Malik Neighbors being out and he should be coming back soon. Has been a
Yep,
bummer. Fields has been good. I mean, his team doesn't honestly look that bad. I guess they just haven't been performing. His wide receivers are a little weak. Cooper doesn't want to be in Cleveland anymore.
who
Cleveland's,
does?
yeah, for real. So yeah, nobody stands out on it. Seems like somebody I'd want. He's also gotten kind of fucked with Mark Andrews, likely tough to play either of them. And then who do you play? So,
And Pacheco and CMC out. I mean, that's the story of Steven's season, unfortunately.
oh yeah, for sure. Uh,
So you get CMC back, you get Pacheco back. You know, Steven's looking up. Malik Neighbors looks like a stud, like wide receiver one. Sounds like he Justin Fields could be getting benched too, so that could spell problems. Yeah, there's definitely some problems for Steven, like right now, short term. And unfortunately, it'd be one thing if he was 4-1 and you're like, oh yeah, I'm 4-1, but I got all these guys on my bench that are gonna be coming back, and then I'm gonna be cooking. It's
yeah.
it's tough to start, the way Steven has started, but all indications are that he's going to get these players back this year, and then he's not going to be a guy you want to see down the stretch.
Yeah, I think the issue is going to be is anybody going to see him down the stretch? Because I
Good
think by that
question.
time he may be out of it with Pacheco and CMC.
Yep.
So also, if Derek Carr, I think they said he's supposed to be out at least a few weeks. They're doing an MRI. I don't think I saw the report on it, but if that happens, and then like how you mentioned, Justin Field gets benched, oof.
Yeah. 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 So now who are you starting at quarterback?
Yeah,
So yeah, could be a rough week for Steven. But like I said, I think better times are ahead for him, but is it going to be too little too late? Hard to say.
yeah,
All right, last team to talk about is going to be Joe. Joe loves a little reverse chub, so almost guarantees him going off. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes has been kind of underwhelming as a fantasy quarterback this year.
yeah,
Olave is just up and down, super frustrating. I have him elsewhere. He's been a really frustrating fantasy asset this year.
yeah,
And then Justin Herbert. I think we all kind of saw some of his numbers going down just with the pace of play of the Chargers. And so. It's just kind of been tough. Garrett Wilson finally has a good week. I actually think Kareem Hunt was everything for the Chiefs this week. So if that continues, then maybe there's something there. James Conner's pretty solid. So, it's not full oh shit. But it's just kind of a lot of underwhelming, unfortunately. Like doesn't have the depth that some of these other guys do.
yeah. It's going to be a tough week for him this week with Mahomes and Hunt out, but Hunt was definitely one of the best waiver wire pickups of the season so
Yeah.
far. Olave, I can't stand that guy. Like even when Derek Carr got hurt last night and the backup was just throw that dime to him at the end of the game, it just bounces off his hands. So,
Oh,
um,
brutal, brutal. Yeah, I
and
got I got I got cute and I took the Saints in my pick'em pool at work, thinking like, all right, Rice is out. The Saints have been or the Chiefs have won some the refs have helped the Saints or the refs have helped the Chiefs win at
yeah,
least two games this year. Like I'm thinking this is gonna be their L and
and they were still doing
there
it
that was actually the best they've looked.
and they were still doing it last night with fucking pass interference not calling them.
Were they? I didn't watch much of the game.
Yeah, I had the over too, so I was just losing my mind. Olave couldn't catch shit, but that and then for him, his quarterbacks, they're tough. I mean, Justin Herbert's got to get better. And then Joe Mixon might be coming back, so that could be huge for him.
Yeah.
Other than that, does he have anybody on the IR? I can't see the IR on the desktop.
Let's see. Brandon Cooks, not really.
Yeah,
Not a player of consequence.
yeah. So let's do some trades here, man.
Yeah, yeah, no, get it going. Yeah, but I would say just as a whole, everybody's in the win column, right? So that's good. Sometimes we wait till like week 8, week 9 before someone gets in the win column. So
Yeah,
everybody's in the win column, so that's good to see. You always like to break that down early. I still think any team can win any given week. I know that's sort of cliche, but I don't think there's an insane gap between the best team and the worst team, like we have seen in other years. Now, granted, like Junior going against Joe, yeah, it's David versus Goliath, but it's not outside the realm of possibilities.
yeah, yeah.
So,
It's been
all
good.
right, cool. Well, thank you, Connor, for helping build our Chubb rankings. I like this Chubb ranking. Like one or two here and there, but we kind of see eye to eye on everything.
Yeah,
So that was kind of neat. Sometimes some of the players that our guests name, I'm like, what? But you and I kind of saw eye to eye mostly here.
I think you got
But
dropped a little low, but it was good. It was good. I liked it.
Was that?
I think you got dropped a little bit low in the ranking, but I think it was overall a good one. We were on the
Yeah,
same
there's always
page.
someone. That's okay. All right. Well, before we wrap up, let me throw it over to you and anything you want to address the league on or anything you got to get off your chest.
Let's do some trading. I don't know if I've just been hanging out with Vote too much, and he's infected me. I think we need to do some more trading here. But overall, it's been a fun year. Football's been amazing. Just overall been a good fantasy football. Like you mentioned, everybody's in the win column, so it's always competitive every week, which just makes even bad football fun. So yeah, let's finish strong. Hopefully, I can come out and playoffs go deep, and I'll probably see you in the playoffs, which is always scary.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I gotta, 3-2. I'm feeling okay, not great. So,
Yeah.
but I make playoffs every year in Reno, bro. So I'm gonna keep that tradition going, I think. All right, cool. Well, thank you again, Connor, for joining me. Thank you, Reno Bros, for watching. And we end as we always do with a peace out, Reno Bros.
Later, guys.